We've all used Facebook for sure. Today, undoubtedly, it is the leading social media company. Across Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook, Facebook almost has 3 billion users and it makes billions of dollars in profit every year. But it does not want to only stay a social media company. It actually has another multi-decade plan of being a part of building the metaverse. But what is this metaverse and what exactly is Facebook's strategy for that? I mean, it of course has to be so important that Facebook actually renamed itself as Meta. So in this video, we'll talk about exactly that. Metaverse is the next evolution of internet. In fact, it will be built on top of it. So imagine a real-time 3D world which you can enter with your digital avatar. Now the metaverse will be a collection or a network of a lot of such 3D worlds which will be built by different companies and developers. All these worlds will be interoperable and live all the time. Metaverse as a concept is still in its early stages, so no one knows what exactly it will eventually look like, but we definitely know it is the future. But based on what we know today, let me give you an example of what we think the metaverse might look like. First, you will enter the metaverse using your AR, VR or MR device such as Facebook's Oculus Quest, HTC Vive, Microsoft HoloLens, etc. After you wear your device, you can enter virtual worlds and do a lot of things. For example, you can have a meeting for workout or hang out with your friends and families. You can also play games such as PUBG or COD made by developers and experience it in real time as if you're in the game yourself. Then there will be more such interactive virtual worlds built using digital software tools such as Unreal or Unity Engine, so you can feel the Ariana Grande Fortnite concert in real time as if you were present there. The metaverse will be interoperable, meaning there will be no such restrictions to entering different 3D worlds. So for example, you might be even able to take your avatar from say PUBG to COD and vice versa. So as you can see, multiple companies, developers and content creators will make different part of the metaverse. They'll be making the digital infrastructure as well as the 3D content on it. But one thing is for sure that no one company will own the metaverse. If you want to get a vague idea of how the metaverse will look like, do watch Ready Player One. It's not exactly how the metaverse will look like, but it might give you an idea of how it will function. So with that, I hope you got a basic idea of what the metaverse will be like. But why does Facebook want to focus on metaverse? What are its strategies here? To understand that, I will have to give you a little backstory which involves all the major internet companies today, from Apple, Amazon, Google as well as Facebook. Google consolidated search and discovery and then the operating system through Android. Apple created a vertical ecosystem of its own, all the way from chips to device to operating systems to cloud to applications. Microsoft started with an operating system which it now uses to command the infrastructure of the internet through Azure, and Amazon owns a big share of anything bought and sold on this ecosystem. But Facebook is the odd one out here. It does not own a device, cloud or operating system or anything at the infrastructure level. It does have social media platforms, but those platforms have to comply with the rules of the infrastructure owners, and that is something Facebook doesn't like. Facebook did come out with its own phone and even a user interface for Android, but it was simply too late. It does not want to do the same mistake with metaverse and hence has taken an early start here. Now, of course, other tech companies also see this opportunity and are making their own investments and doing their research here. For example, Apple is very prominent in the augmented reality space and Microsoft is building its HoloLens. But no one is as aggressive as Facebook is in building towards the metaverse. So now if we look at it, there are many components of metaverse. The first being virtual reality or VR. In this, you enter a completely different world. An example of this we just saw before. Then the next being augmented reality or AR. In AR, we actually bring components of virtual world into our real life. For example, Pokemon Go or even Instagram filters are a part of augmented reality. And the next being mixed reality, which is a mix of AR as well as VR. Now, because AR is actually enhancement of our day-to-day life, we'll see a lot more progress and a lot more faster adoption of AR in the near future. But virtual reality is a completely different world. Hence, it will require a lot of innovation and the adoption will also be slower. But for VR, which is a completely different world, the adoption will be a little slower and we'll need to do a lot of innovation on every front. Like most technologies, the adoption of VR can also be categorized into 3 stages. Let us take a look at how Facebook is building towards each stage. The first stage is research and development. Today, most companies are in the R&D phase. They're trying to figure out what are the different possibilities in the metaverse and trying to define it. Facebook is making the infrastructure, hardware and software for the metaverse. It is currently focused on one specific niche market that has the most users today, which is gaming. For this, it acquired Oculus in 2014 and since then has made many acquisitions to improve and enhance the Oculus ecosystem. And Facebook is spending crazy money here. It is estimated that in 2021, which is this year, it would have spent $10 billion towards its metaverse initiative. So currently a major focus of Facebook is actually to get people into the VR ecosystem. To get consumers, it is actually subsidizing the Oculus hardware. Oculus Quest 2 is sold at only $299. Further, it is the only VR headset that is wireless and does not require any external device like PC or console. So right now, it is the most affordable and powerful VR headset in the market. Along with that, Facebook has also acquired multiple gaming studios behind the top performing VR games to entice consumers to buy Oculus devices for the most exclusive experience. Apart from users, Mark Zuckerberg is also focusing on creating a thriving ecosystem of developers and content creators. This is because the better the content on the platform, the more people will join it. The more people that join it will allow more developers to provide services to more number of users and hence become profitable. This will in turn attract more developers into the ecosystem that will lead to even better content. For developers, Facebook has recently introduced Presence Platform, which is a suite of new capabilities that will enable developers to build more immersive experiences on the ecosystem. They are spending around $150 million in the next 3 years to support learning of developers in the ecosystem. For this, they have partnered with a lot of institutions such as Byju's, Victory XR, Urban Art Partnership and more. So that was the first stage, the stage that we are currently in. Here the focus is all on research and development, on gaming as well as getting the early users and developers into the ecosystem. The next stage will be all about getting different products and services into the VR ecosystem. So currently for this, Facebook is building Horizon Home. So whenever you wear a VR device, you enter into your own virtual home. This is like being in the lobby of PUBG, but this will be 3D, immersive, interactive and more social. From Horizon Home, you can then enter into different worlds. So with Horizon Venue, you can enter different events happening in the metaverse. For example, a concert, boxing match or a comedy show. With Horizon World, you can actually create your own virtual world with your friends and family and have a social experience. And then with Workrooms, you can have a collaborative office meeting in the metaverse. Not only that, with the recently announced 2D apps for Quest, you can now access Slack, Dropbox, Facebook, Instagram, all from the Oculus Store. Also, apps like Netflix, Hulu and YouTube will be available, so you can just put on your glasses and enjoy movies or TV shows on a huge screen, which in reality is a VR screen right on your eyes. And similarly, a lot of different products and services that we use in the world today will actually be even available in the metaverse. Also, Horizon Home, World, Venue and Workrooms are services provided by Facebook. Eventually, a lot of different companies will come up with their own products and services, and all these worlds will actually be interoperable. So phase 2 is where we'll see the introduction of a lot of different products and services, and over time these will be perfected and eventually become ready for mass adoption. Now remember the video that Mark Zuckerberg showed in the Facebook Connect event? Well, that is stage 3, where there is a widespread adoption. But this will at least take 10, 15 or even 20 years from today to become a reality. This is where the VR headsets actually become very affordable and a day-to-day part of a lot of our lives. So undoubtedly, this plan of Mark Zuckerberg to build towards the metaverse is risky, uncertain, as well as very expensive. But he is known to take unconventional bets, whether it was introducing news feeds on Facebook or purchasing a 2-year-old Instagram for $1 billion or not monetizing WhatsApp. So it'll be extremely interesting to see how it pans out. Mark Zuckerberg will also have to figure out the privacy issues as well as the regulations when it comes to metaverse. But definitely the man is onto something. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments. With that, we come to the end of this video. Make sure you like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. See you next time.